some Kraft Philadelphia brand cream cheese. Now, for today, I'm going to do a Stroganoff meatball appetizer. We're going to start off by putting 3 pounds of some freshly ground hamburger. And I'm going to take and add some, these are seasoned breadcrumbs, although they're salt-free. And I'm going to add a half a cup of breadcrumbs to this. And 2 fresh eggs, rather large. My hands are clean, by the way. I'll put those to the side. And then I'm going to grate 2 ounces of fresh Parmesan cheese. I'm going to grate this cheese here. All right. And now we're going to take 2 ounces of some fresh cheddar cheese. And I'm going to break that in there. I like it cheesy. All right. That's about 2 ounces. And I'm going to take and mix this all up here. Give it a mix. And this is to make our meatballs with. It's a nice flavor. Oh, most importantly, I can't forget, one of my favorite tricks and secrets to cooking is Mrs. Dash Italian. Now, you can take the time to mix your own spices. There'll be a variety of spices like oregano and garlic and parsley and basil and probably even hot pepper in there, but we're taking a tablespoon of this Mrs. Dash, and we're going to put it in there, and we're going to turn that in with the egg and the cheese and the breadcrumbs, and my cameraman's going to come a little closer so you can see what's happening in this bowl here. And it's looking mighty beautiful, isn't it? Okay. Now, this smells wonderful already because those spices have a nice scent to them. All sweet and lovely. Okay. Now we're going to go over here to the pan. We're going to turn the oven on. And we're going to turn both the back burner and the front burner on high just to heat up the pan for a second. And we're going to take and open up our mushrooms. I have 20 ounces of mushrooms. They're already sliced. You might want to slice your own. It would take a little extra time. And we're going to break open 2 cloves of garlic. And this garlic's for the flavor and the white sauce for the Stroganoff flavoring. Usually when you crush a garlic like that, it makes it rather easy to open. You take the flat edge, not the pointy edge, and you push it straight down like that and give a shove on it and peel that garlic right back. Now for the butter. This here is 2 tablespoons of butter. Oh, it's supposed to come off there nicely. Okay, so I'm going to take and I'm going to dice this garlic. Just some rather small pieces, about a 1/4 inch. Oops, a little better knife once in a while. And we have some butter melting in the pan back here. Here it's sizzling. I'm going to take and we're going to take a small onion and we're going to cut about half of it off, because that's about all we need. Just for a little flavor. Cut it this way, and then cut it this way. Then put them in the pan to cook. Now, let's just get them off. I'm going to take a spoon and give that a stir. Why that's brown, and this front pan for the meatballs is already hot. I guarantee it, because that one's on a high, and the rear one actually is on a medium high right now, so we don't burn our onions. The onions are starting to brown, and I can smell them cooking already, so we'll take our mushrooms, and we're going to put them right in the pan there. And we're going to cover it with a lid. 2 more tablespoons of butter. And we're going to melt it in our meatball pan. Okay, and thank God my hands are clean. You take and you're going to roll this meatball. Alright then. We're going to roll these meatballs and we're going to fill up the pan, but we're going to leave a little bit of room so we can roll them. We're going to take, and at the same time, on the back burner, we have some mushrooms and onions and garlic cooking. I just added another tablespoon of butter, and the meatballs are browning nicely. Usually you have the whole meatballs, all of them done ahead of time. I roll them all and put them all in at the same time. But I just wanted to show you how you can brown these meatballs. Now I'm going to take my spoon and I'm going to give this back to burner a stir. Now that's onions and garlic and mushrooms.
Oh, nice.
Put that right back on there so those mushrooms and onions become tender. Philadelphia brand cream cheese, and I'm using 2 8-ounce packages. And we're going to put it in with the mushrooms and the onions. Right in there with those. And now you gotta stir it in a little bit. It's already been softened some, but it's gonna have to break down to a real creamy, velvety texture. Now this is what makes it creamy and delicious. Put the lid back on here for a minute. Give this a stir again, because what we're trying to do is soften that cream cheese into a nice velvety, creamy sauce. Oops, little mushroom's trying to get away from me. It's looking nice now. Now, I have another trick for this to give it some flavor, and it's called Gravy Master. Now you take 1 tablespoon of this Gravy Master, and you add it to it. It has a lot of flavor in it, and be found in the spice aisle. Give it a stir in, and it browns it up, and it makes it a prettier color. And we're going to be adding some sour cream to this, so I'm going to take this package of this container of sour cream, 3 to 16 ounces, and I'm going to give that a stir and stir it in. So it's nice and velvety and soft looking, and oh, it's wonderful. Meatballs browning in the pan. It's good to let the first side brown first before trying to turn them, because otherwise it could fall apart. And leave a lid on it so the heat will stay in there and they'll cook evenly and be cooked all the way through to the center. And on the back burner here, we have the Stroganoff sauce that we have put together. Honestly, the flavor of the meatballs going into the Stroganoff sauce with the Philadelphia brand cream cheese, it becomes mouth-watering and delicious. You have some steam coming off that there. These meatballs are almost done. Insert a toothpick in them and have them out on a plate with just a little bit of gravy and some napkins on the side. Otherwise, a little bit too much sauce and the people will be a mess, and you don't want that for an appetizer. But you can walk around with them on a dish with their little toothpicks in them and serve them, and they can eat them one at a time. The whole dish itself should take no more than 45 minutes, including the prep time, the cooking time, and to eat probably takes no time at all because they're so delicious. And we're going to take my meatballs and move that to the front burner, so it's right there in front of me. And take the au jus, everything in the pan, scrape it right out, and put it in there, because that gives a nice flavor, and it finishes off that Stroganoff sauce. And just gently fold those meatballs in, because you don't want them to break apart. And you let that simmer, and it's ready to serve. But you can also simmer it for a couple hours if you like, because it won't cause any harm. Just make sure it doesn't stick to the bottom and it does not come to a boil. Because at this point, if it were to boil, it could break the cheese up a little bit, and it won't look as pretty, although it will still taste delicious. Thank you very much. And it's Roberta, and we're using Philadelphia brand cream cheese by Kraft. Bye.